I've been doing a quick review on the Eheim Classic 350, also known as the 2215 versus the SunSun HW-302. I'm doing a kind of a setup review, not really how to install or any of that, or even functionality, just because they're both brand new on this setup, and I don't really want to give a review of how they function until I've had at least a month or two to review and see how they work. But we'll start with the Eheim. I love Eheim, super reliable pumps, filters. I've been using them for years and years. This one's actually new for this setup here. When I first bought it, this piece of plastic, I don't know if you can see, was actually broken. So this clip went old. So I actually had to return it, send it in, got a new one, got it back. And then I never realized how short the tubing is for these guys. You know, it's been a while since I bought an Eheim. All the ones I have, you know, have been running for years. But I noticed the tubing was too short. I have a 60-gallon tall. So I actually had to go to Home Depot and get some tubing. You can see it's clear. I don't like that the tubing's a little bit thinner. So I actually used a zip tie and kind of rolled it and zip tied it. This is the replacement I got here, in case you find yourself in the same situation as me. But yeah, and this thing was also, as always, Eheims are a pain to prime. What I had to do was I put this guy in a bucket, filled it with water all the way up as high as I could. Then I pushed the lid down and then clipped it, and then kind of swished it around a little bit. Started it up, and it primed eventually. But Eheims are always difficult to prime. That's why I like this guy, how it has the button. You can actually just pump it to prime it. The biggest complaint I have with the SunSun was super easy to install. It came with 2 pieces of tubing. They were both already pre-cut, ready to go. I loved it. Super tall, no problems there. Really thick too, really thick. So you don't have to worry about bending as much and restriction. But with the SunSun, let's see. The biggest complaint I have with this guy, these clips here are made more for like a rimless tank. My tank isn't rimless. So getting it to attach was a pain. It still doesn't attach very well, so I actually tape it down, kind of ghetto, I know, but I have kids, I don't want them knocking it over and then all of a sudden flooding my apartment. So that was kind of a pain, but I mean, it's just tube, but you can probably get a third party inlet and outlet somewhere else and connect it the way you want to, which is what I'll probably end up doing. But it also comes with these 3 media trays, which are awesome, as well as all this different media. And all the media comes in bags too, which I love, because once I'm done with this activated charcoal, I can just pour it out, you know, kind of rinse the bag down and put some new charcoal in it. I don't have to go out and buy new bags or any of that nonsense. Priming it was pretty simple. The one issue I did run into was there's an in and out. I didn't see the in and out. The instructions are actually incorrect, and that came in my box. It didn't show the in or out. It just has a picture, and the tubes are positioned wrong in the picture. So I was like, wow. I went to go set it up. I didn't pay any attention to the in and out. And I was like, why is this not priming, you know? And then I was like, you know what? I think the tubes might be incorrect. So I swapped them, and then later on I noticed in and out. So that's nice. All I had to do was just, you know, filled up the canister, did the same thing, put it in a bucket, filled it up with water, give it a few pumps, good pumps, and this sucker primed up, no problem at all. You can see the output of the SunSun versus the Eheim. This guy's putting out a lot. The thing in the holes are also a little bit different diameter. But still, puts out a lot of power. Really easy to set up. I think I set this guy up in like maybe 10 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes, if that, compared to this guy, which took me at least 30 minutes, probably plus, because I had to cut the tubing and do all that. Overall, really good filters. Love them both. But another issue I had was a little bit of what I thought was leaking, coming from maybe like a bad O-ring from here. But I did a little bit of research, and it's actually from this piece here. If you get water in there, it kind of stays in the head and will kind of seep out over there. So what I did was I took the head off, tipped it, drained out all the water, put it back on, started it up, and no problems at all. So if you think your canister is leaking, just take the top off here, drain it into a bucket or something like that, put it back down, start it up, and it probably won't be leaking anymore. If it does, I mean, they have support, you can call them, or replace parts or whatever else. But overall, solid filters. I think I got this guy for like 56 bucks. I got this guy for $130. I wouldn't mind having 2 of these guys. Super fantastic, really easy to prime, great. Eheim, very reliable. They'll run for years, likely no problems. I guess it just depends on how you take care of it. But yeah, that's just my quick setup review. If you guys have any questions, just leave it in the comments or send me a message. I'll get back to you. If you like my videos, subscribe. If you have any requests for any videos regarding these canister filters or anything fish related, just let me know. I'll be glad to make a video.